Good morning, everyone. I am going to show you a lot of what I do today in little tiny segments. So we're going to get started on this. I had put this in the refrigerator. This is the two chicken carcasses and the broth that I cooked up the other day. I stuck it in the fridge and I left it in there. So this morning I brought it out. I heated it up. I brought it up to boiling. Um, so then we're going to strain it. I'm going to use the broth. We are going to make macaroni. We're going to put some of these vegetables that I got for 72 cents, and we're going to make some dog food. Of course, that's not everything that's going to go in it. Um, that dirty pan back here, this throwaway pan, I used it yesterday because I fried up a bunch of scrambled eggs, and so I kept it because I knew today I was going to fry up all of these eggs. They've been in the fridge for a while. We didn't use them, so they are going to go into dog food and to feed all of the chickens. So that's what I'm working on right now. So let me get some stuff started. Okay, so I have all of my chicken back here. I've got it cooling off. What I'll do is I'll go by hand. I'll pull all the bones out. We'll put them in another container. I'll put some of the chicken in the dog food and feed some of that to the chickens. So here is the broth that came out. Look at that. It is very, very nice. I'm going to add probably about, I don't know, 4, 5 cups more water in there and get that boiling. I didn't bother to clean my skillet because I'm still going to scramble all of those eggs, and I'm just going to use that skillet and use the fat that was from the chicken, so I don't have to use any oil or anything. So let's get going here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, don't touch my stuff. Okay, so we put some extra water in it. We're going to let it get up to boil, and let's go check our tomato plants. Look here, you guys. Oh, they're starting to ripen. They're starting to ripen. I laid this on top of a vine so it wouldn't get ooky. Let's walk back in through here and see what we got. Yep, we need to start weeding in here. Look, here's another one. Look, look how pretty. Oh my goodness, we're getting them. We are getting maters. I want you to look what they did to my sage. Oh my gosh, we've got to replant all of that. Look, they didn't get all of my carrots or my stuff. Look here, we got little carrots growing. I think these are radishes. These are radishes. They didn't get all of them, did they? This is poke. Well, that's not poke. There's the top that had poke. What else they get? Oh, look. We got something that wants to do something. Uh-oh. I think I just killed it. We'll get that one out and put that in the grow barn. I think these are, I don't remember. So we've got some stuff we need to pull out to get into the grow barn under lights or just move them out towards light. They weren't getting enough sunlight because of this poke. You see that? That's poke. Okay, so let's look again what we can do. Yeah. So we need to cut down some more of these so they can really thrive a little bit more. But I'm going to move, like there's a tomato plant back there. I'm going to move whatever this vine is. I'm going to, well, I don't know. Probably shouldn't move that. But we're going to have some maters. Ah, I'm stuck. Okay, so we're going to look here in the freezer. I think it's pretty stocked up right now. But we need to go through it. All of these ice cream sandwiches need to go. So everybody's going to have a really fun, sweet, ice creamy treat today. I'm scared my dogs. So we have more pork loins down there. We have some ground beef, some sausage, some bacon, some shrimp, more bacon. We've got those little ham thingies, the prosciutto. Up here, I know we have a lot of stuff. Now, all of this stuff right here, these are things that if we don't eat, these are the things that go into dog food. So I've got butter all the way back that way. This here is a huge bag of the nuts that I got on clearance. There's walnuts and pecans there, so all my baking nuts are good. I even have some up here, some baking nuts that I got. Here's some coconut, more nuts, all kinds of butters. I got my yeast. I got all kinds of stuff I need to use up here. So the reason I'm in my freezer today is because we will start doing our fall. I guess it might be staying so close. We will start doing our fall um, freezer foods, and so I'm going to pull out everything that we can use for dog food or go ahead and use up. Now the Korean meatballs, I might make those for me for a snacky thing and then give them to the dogs. So I eat off of stuff that the husband won't. But I did just put some more cheese up here. So this whole thing here is butter, cheese, and a few vegetables. So that's a pretty good bin to have. I got shrimp, scallops. So we've got our seafood started. Yeah. All right, let's keep moving on this day. Okay, so this is our kitchen cabinet, and it was organized this spring when I did a complete overhaul, pulled everything out, and restocked it. So the only thing I need to do in there is to there's a lot of peanut butters in there that can go in one spot, and I need to reassemble all of that. But other than that, that's a very workable, that's very workable. And they are 4 deep, 2 high, all the way up. It's very sturdy, and I would never think that I would get that much in this cabinet. So we have a lot of stuff to put into some buckets. I have 2 buckets outside, and that's something we're going to start doing as well. Here is a whole milk crate full of canned goods that I've been collecting. So we now have one whole bin of canned goods, and then we have one whole milk crate full of uh, dry goods. So we're ready to start putting things in buckets right now. Okay, so it's boiling. Okay, so cost effectiveness of my dog food. I got my 2 chickens for $9 and change, so about $5 for my chickens. This macaroni was free. Okay. And I paid 72 cents for this stir fry vegetables. Okay. Put them all out there. The eggs that I use are going to be from my chickens. What else am I going to put in there? Well, if I have to thicken it, say the noodles are not enough, which you know what, I really should put one more package of pasta in there. Hold on, let's get another package of pasta. Okay, so if you remember, I got these for 99 cents. So add another 99 cents. This might be plenty to keep it. And what I do is I bring it up to a boil again, and then I just I turn the stove off because we are in no hurry. We're not cooking it for family. We just want it to be nice and good for our baby Solomon. So we'll bring that back up to a boil, and then we'll just turn it off. And then when we turn it off, we'll move it over to this burner and we'll start scrambling eggs. Okay, let's get this to boiling. Okay, so I really wanted to bring up the greens, and I remembered I had this spinach that I got for 90 cents. So I'm going to put a handful of spinach in here. Just a handful. It will get down to nothing. This is like one of those vegetables that you can hide in your children's food. I'm serious. I used to hide it in my husband's food years ago. Like meatloaf, chop it up real fine, chop it up into casseroles, stir fries, and you never even knew it was there. So he would just think it was a spice or an herb or chives or something. So spinach is one of those things that I add when I need a little extra, and I really think he needs a little extra greens. So there you go. for probably, I don't know, 35 cents. Some spinach. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pick off some of this chicken. It is cooled down a little bit. I make certain that I don't get bones in it. I kind of throw those aside if I get them in my hand so I don't get them in my hand again. And I just start putting chicken into the dog food. It takes a while. I don't like to do it over top of it. I don't need a whole lot of this. I'm just going to try to find the bigger pieces just because. Really careful about those chicken leg bones. Now I don't have any chicken legs in here because I have all of those separate. I have the wings separate and I have the legs separate, so I don't have to worry about those really crazy toothpick bones from the legs because I still have those intact in another container. When I cook these chickens, I just took those apart so that way I would have separate meats to work with. And then most of this will go to the chickens. As you can see, that's quite a bit of meat already. And then we are going to put scrambled eggs in it as well. So, you know, I don't know what kind of food you feed your dogs. You know, commercial dog food is a great base. It's not enough for all dogs. And I'm just saying, you see all of these new dog foods on TV, and they're going to charge you an arm and a leg to make something like this. Now, sometimes I use rice as a base, and he does tend to like the rice-based ones better than the pasta ones, but today, you know what? We're using what we have. We're putting better vegetables, we're putting more meat, and we're putting eggs in it this time, so he's just going to have to deal with pasta. And you know what? If he doesn't eat it, there's other animals out there that eat it. He has not gotten any of the Rachel Ray dog food that I fed last night that I bought at the store yesterday. The girls have, and they're like on top of it. All right, let me continue finishing that. Okay, so I went ahead and I put enough in there that I think I'm going to turn it off. It's boiling really hard. I'm going to use my little turner here and just put all of that together. Stir it up real nice and neat. We are also going to put some oregano in there. Get it. Here's my oregano. We're going to put a little oregano in there. And you're like, why? Well, it's really good for everybody's internal systems. Now, with chickens, it's a great, you know, antibiotic. So we'll just give them a little extra herbiness in there. Okay, so this is our dog food so far. What we're going to do is we're going to let that sit for a while. Then we will add eggs to it. I'm going to let the pasta cook so I can still stir it. It's almost done as it is, but I'm going to let it sit for a while, and then we'll add some eggs to it, and we'll start frying some eggs. Okay, so this really did turn out really good. I'll show it to you what it looks like now. I don't have to cook the eggs in there because it's the right consistency. So I don't need to absorb even more liquid. Sometimes maybe a packet of instant potatoes or something else that will absorb extra water, you know, like putting the eggs in there. But we don't have to. So what we're going to do is we're going to fry our eggs. We're just going to scramble a bunch of them up. We'll be putting more, probably the rest of this little bottle of oregano in there. And that way the chickens also get some oregano. We will put some of the scrambled eggs into the food and stir it up really well. We'll keep a portion out for tonight and tomorrow, but then we will bag up a couple to put in the freezer. That's why I was in the freezer, making sure I had enough room to put 1 or 2 gallon bags in the freezer. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to do this. I have a bag right here for the shells, and I'll squish them up and then put them outside. No, I don't take the time to bake them and all of that for my chickens. I just do this, and I'm hoping there's no rotten ones in here, but they've been in the fridge for a while, so I don't think so. I think I was keeping them pretty good at that point in time. And then a bunch of my chickens went broody, and then I switched out roosters, so there was some stress there. My shells are not as hard as they normally are, which is really concerning me. So I do have some extra oyster shells I need to get out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put all of these eggs into this and then cook them. Okay, so there's all my eggs. I haven't started it yet. I'm going to tell you something. Had the one that exploded in here would have been the one on video, it would have made this a really funny video. I had a stinker in there that was rotten, but it had stopped as soon as I freaking barely tapped the side on here. It exploded. I actually caught it so that the little sack did not bust, but it smelled like dirty feet, skunk, rotten, dirty, musty socks, and so I need to spray the kitchen. So I've got all of these eggshells. I'm going to crunch them up and just take them outside and drop them. Here's the dog food. Let me show you this so far. It looks fantastic, doesn't it? It looks like a pasta primavera. Okay, so let's get some stuff done. Look, 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 look. Come on. Okay, so now we have to stop cooking our eggs and we have to get outside because we got loose chickens. Those girls will not stay in that huge area out there, so we got to go chase some chickens down and go look at the grow barn. And then we'll come back and finish our scrambled eggs eventually. It's just one thing after another. Lily's having a fit too, so we need to get out there. Okay, so why are we out here? Because now you have no water. Let's go. Go on. Ow. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on, girls. Okay, so they're standing at the gate. Oh! I'm going to have burrs all over me. Watch this. So they did know to go to the gate, which was cool. So let's see if we can get them in there. Hi. Let's see. Let's see how well they are trained here. Nope. You overran. That was my fault. Okay, so let's see here. We got to overwalk them. You have to overwalk them and then not run them too far. Keep them moving. Go on, girls. And then you stop. And then they all go back in except for that one because that one didn't go up to begin with. And there we go. All right, let's see if we can get them all the way in. The black ones seem to be skittisher. Is that a word? Skittisher. And I have burrs all over my spring dress. Okay, I went through here yesterday and got pokeberries all over me. Okay, let's see if I can get them around. Oh, they're kind of trained. Now, you all have a great day, and I'm going to keep on doing some stuff. Oh, wait a minute. We just got to go walk up and look at the grow barn, don't we? Let's just go look at it. Okay, so this is where we are in the grow barn. As you can see, I have 1, 2, 3 of the big bins filled. They have what was in the floor here, which was where I raised the chicks. It was pine shavings, poopy, feathers, old food, whatever it was. It went into these 3 bins. Then I went down and got some of the goat barn straw and hay and put it in those 2. I didn't get any in that. So then we have our soils ready to go. These were soils that I got discounted for $4.99, so $5 each one. There's another one. So we'll start our seeds here. I do have my grow lights up in there. I also went and dug out all of these heaters. I'll figure out what I'm going to use in here, what I will put in the barn. I have grow lights in these bags. And this is my new table. You can't see the top of it, and it's really dirty right now, but this is like a really nice table. Was a really nice table. They were normally $149.99. They went down to 75 something, and I got it for $25. So it's really nice. I also bought the one that is a squattier square that has the umbrella hole in it. I also gave $25 for that as well. So this is just one of my tables. I have all my heat panels up here. I need to go through them, wash them, clean them, figure out which ones I'm going to put in between. And then I need one for the cabana coop. And since Shaky is gone, I probably won't need one for the barn, for that stall. I don't know. Chipmunk, she might like to have a heat source. I don't know. But yeah, that's where we are in the grow barn. So within the next couple of days, I'll be tossing some soil in, getting some seeds started. I have a really, really nice heat lamp that goes in this, a bulb, really nice one. And then I'll put this table underneath and put my seed starts right there. So, I mean, we're ready to rock. We have soil, we have heat, we're going to have heat lamps. I do have some plants out in my container garden outside behind the summer kitchen that I'm going to pull in here. So we're ready to rock. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. You know, it never stops. It never stops. So I got to go finish scrambling eggs, take care of Lily, and then I'm going to get up here and probably do a few more rearrangements before I start dumping soil. All right. Bye, folks.